Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing some things that I learned from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is a really great book if you're trying to start new habits or break old ones as well. So let's get into it. One of the first things I learned is that where you currently stand financially, mentally, in all areas of your life are a reflection of your current habits. It's no one's fault. We started forming habits based on what we learned when we were 7 years old, and we haven't stopped from there. And we also have a lot of different beliefs about ourselves in our subconscious, which makes it very difficult to create new habits because our subconscious tell us that we're not that kind of person. So one of the first things to do is work on our subconscious thinking and shift it so that we believe in ourselves and that we believe that we can take on this new habit. The second thing I really liked when reading this book is how the author talked about how people tend to give up on their new habits pretty much as soon as they don't see an immediate result. So he talks about how if you can continue to push when you're starting to feel like you are not going to be doing this habit anymore, is when those changes are really truly going to come forth for you. But also doing that is going to make you better than most of the people in the world, just because you're choosing to stick with that habit and actually see it through. And also remembering that the commitment to the process is what makes us see the progress. Now we get into how to build a new habit. So first, we have to make it obvious. Second, we have to make it attractive. Third, we have to make it easy. And fourth, we have to make it satisfying. Those are the 4 steps into building a new habit. So to start, we're actually going to begin by creating a list of our daily habits. You can do this by taking a day or two in which you really observe everything that you do and you write it down. There's actually a story that goes really well with this part of the book that I like to share with you guys. The author shares the story of this person who used to ride horses and she used to smoke. She decided that she was going to stop smoking. Subsequently, she also stopped riding horses, and so she just went on with her life. She actually stopped smoking. Well, after a few years, she decided to retake the horse riding, and she mentions that out of nowhere she had a cigarette in her hand. And so what happened is her subconscious clicked that horse riding meant that she could smoke. I think it's very important to know what is automatic in our lives, to realize what we do every day. And also this might be helpful to see what kind of habits we might need to work on breaking. In building a new habit, I think this next practice really helps with the make it obvious and make it easy parts of building a new habit. So the author talks about temptation bundling. And so temptation bundling is pairing an activity that you have to do, so like a habit that you want to form, with something that you want to do. So maybe if you want to check your Facebook, before you get on Facebook, you have to do 10 squats. And that might be the habit that you're trying to build, is you're trying to work out more. And what should happen is with time, you're going to look forward to actually getting on Facebook, but not because of the dopamine rush that you're gonna get when you open up the page, but because you're gonna be looking forward to developing that new habit of doing the 10 squats before you check your social media. And that's temptation bundling, putting an activity that you need to do with an activity that you want to do. The next thing you can do to develop a new habit is to start doing it for at least 2 minutes a day. What happens when you tend to want to develop a new habit is you start strong right from the get-go. If you want to start going to the gym, you go for the first week and you go for an hour. And then that next week, you're gone. You're not there. And this can kind of be paired back with what I said at the beginning of the video, with how some people give up as soon as they don't see results. But this also has to do a lot with the ingrained beliefs that we have about ourselves. So anytime we're doing a new habit and anytime we show up for ourselves, we're casting a vote for our future selves. And so we have to be very mindful when we're beginning to develop a new habit of making sure we are consistent with building it. So therefore, 2 minutes a day is not difficult. Most of us are going to do it, and it helps develop the pattern that this is a new habit that we are going to be working on and incorporating into our routine. So stop procrastinating and just get the 2 minutes of that new habit done. The author goes on to talk about the Ulysses Pact. And I think this one's very important when building a new habit. What it talks about is never miss twice. So if you have a really bad day where you're feeling a little bit off, and that's a day when you don't want to work on your habit, that is fine. We're all gonna have off days, but make sure you don't miss on that second day. It's okay to miss once, but if you miss it twice, you're starting to cast a vote that you are that person that you were before starting the new habit. So we really want to reinforce ourselves, and we really want to make sure that we're casting the right votes for our future self, and that involves not missing our new habit more than one day. For this, you can use a habit tracker, and I'm going to leave a link below as well, so you can go to the author's page, and he actually has a ton of tools that you can use to develop new habits, and one of them is a habit tracker. So you can just put a little X on every day that you've done a new habit, and this kind of helps you maintain accountability for yourself. And that is all that I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you get the time to read the book yourself if you're trying to develop new habits or break old ones. Take a look at the link below. It's very helpful. Like I said, it has tons of tools to help you in your journey. I'm also going to leave you with a few quotes after I'm done speaking here that I think are going to be very uplifting towards building those new habits. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you soon.